Okay, we're going to turn this into this in Photoshop. So let's go. So we need to select our brushes. You can type the letter B, or you can go to the icon and you're going to go to that little gear icon and say get more brushes. Or if you've got this open right here, you can do the same thing with the little drop down right there, get more brushes. That is going to bring you to the Adobe site where you can choose any number of all of these brushes, and they're totally free. So all you got to do is click download. So let's download Spring 2023 because I don't have those yet. So they will download and then you just load them onto your computer, double click on them and open them in Photoshop 2023. Once you're in there, you can go back and lo and behold, there they are, Spring 2023 brushes. You can just select them and go ahead and start experimenting with all different kinds of brushes. This is super easy and I love that it's free. Yay. If the get more brushes option doesn't work, you can go to the same drop down and go import brushes instead of get more brushes. And you can just navigate to where you downloaded them to your computer and import them that way. Okay, and there they are, the watercolor brushes. So if I wanted to use watercolor, which I don't know that there's any smudge brushes in this one. Oh, there they go. So we do have some. So we could select something like that. And let's make this really big. And by all means, don't do what I just did. Go ahead and duplicate your background layer. And then you're going to come through here and do watercolor smudges. So let's speed this up and not torture you. Okay, so that is a fun way to just make yourself a texture. So now what do? We can add a layer mask, and I'm going to come back to my just soft round brush. And let's go down to, maybe 30% opacity or something like that. Make this really big. And then we just kind of reveal however much we want to reveal in here. And voila, instant texture. There's before and after. So we've got that one. Let's duplicate our background again. Let's try an impressionistic brush because that can be a totally different look. So where are you, Kyle? I need to move these around. What a mess. Okay, so let's go to the impressionist. Let's do Blender 5. I like that one. So you will notice with many of these brushes that if you tap and drag, it really, for whatever reason, and then I get the rainbow wheel, it just slows everything down and drives me bananas. Wow, it's not done yet. So I'm gonna back up a step. I tend to just tap. Now I am working on a, let me turn that off, a Wacom tablet. And so if you want big, blotchy looking stuff, obviously a big brush is the way to go. If you want smaller details, then by all means use a smaller brush. It's going to take you a little bit longer, but you'll get smaller details. What is that? Don't like that at all. Okay, and there we go. And we're going to do the same routine. Let's add a layer mask. And we're going to change our brush back to that soft one. And it doesn't always really go back to the brush. For whatever reason, it wants to stick on that smudge. So I'm going to type that B again and make sure that I am removing, because that's what I want to do, right? So there we go. How cute is that? So that's the impressionistic one. And that is the watercolor one, which I would probably, maybe touch up a little bit more and spend more time on, obviously. And if you put them both together, you can kind of mix and match. So now I'm seeing, if I zoom in here, I'm seeing a little bit of the impressionist come through. And you can do that kind of sporadically. So if I want to remove more of the watercolor one, maybe 20-30% of it, and and reveal some more of the Impressionist one that I've got below it to kind of mix and match my texture look there, you can do that. So anyway, this is a lot of fun to try. I definitely recommend it. And if you do not know how to use Photoshop layers and you want to do this really cool stuff, I have a full-length class that I will link in the description for you. You guys have fun.